that, and for me, it's so happy that I can represent, that the not only the Thai cuisine but the Thai ingredients and everyone that surrounding by it.
What do you hope this means for Thailand, not just for you, but for Thailand's culinary community?
I hope that everyone in especially in Thailand will see that Thai cuisine is one of the top cuisine in Asia and in the world, and sometimes we used to look down to ourselves that we inferior to many cuisine in the world, and for me that is not true. The If you have the commitment, the passion, and the love of your country and the cuisine, I think that everything is possible. And I'm the living proof right now. And I hope all the chefs, the industry in Thailand, see that the 10 years of hard work can make impossible possible. So.
Beyond Thailand, you have many friends across Asia, across the world, but across Asia, and you mentioned on stage that speaking of community amongst the chefs. Tell us a little more about them.
So for me, like I said on the stage, the most important thing to be included in the 50 Best Family is one very unique award, I think, award in the world that can bring so many friends, so many families, many of them, the chef, the medias, the foodies, that I'm lucky enough to call many of them, many of you guys, friends and families. So for me, it's something very special. And for me, even if I'm not number one right now, I'm still say the same, because that is something for me is truly special. For me, working in the restaurant is always hard and difficult and stressful sometimes. It's like a one or twice a year that we all can get together and just be like a friends, like a brother drinking together, sister, praying, whatever, beer pong, in Singapore. and that moment for me is something very special. That's why I love so much the award and it's the event that I look forward every year, and I want to, of course, thank you 50 Best for making this happen, and then I hope you guys continue to create and expand this feeling of the good feeling of the love of the food and families, to everyone in Asia and in the world.
Thank you. Questions? Raise your hand if you'd like to ask. Otherwise, you'll just hear me keep up. Yes.
Yeah. So I have a question because you had a hard time convincing the local people to taste the local ingredients as the every level. So what was the turning point for you to change the perspective of the people? When and how you change that?
People come to Ledu and then they try the food, and then many of them, including the Thai people, some ingredients we serve they don't even know that exists in Thailand, and for me it's something that very important, not only for to introduce the foreigner or the visitor to the Thai cuisine and Thai ingredients, but to reintroduce and re-educate in a way that our heritage back to the Thai people as well. And when they taste it, and I think all the ingredients, if you treat it with love, with care, and with your passion, I think whatever ingredient it is can turn to something very special, and that's what we try to do, every day and living. Yes.
So little by little, it has been changed.
Yes.
You have an amazing ability to find people who are really talented head chefs in your restaurants. It's something I've noticed, and you place a lot of trust in them.
Yes.
How do you find people, and how do you entrust them in such a powerful way?
For me, the team is, very, very important, and a lot of my team work with me very long. My uh, right-handed, I would say, work with me for 8 years. So it's something. The most important thing is your team. You can do so much with your two hands, but then you can do anything, with all the hands that your team gives you and the heart that they put in, the same belief that a lot of hours that they put in, and that is turned to something very spectacular.
Chris?
Congratulations, firstly.
Thank you.
How do you think this is going to impact your business and bookings particularly?
I guess it will be very good. Can I get back to you on that? But yes, but the do is we lucky that we have also a lot of visitors that come to our restaurant, and we have many Thai regular customers that supported us. And that's the reason that why we survived during the COVID. That we don't have visitor for 2 years. So and we still managed to keep our team and the staff and everyone. And I think I hope there will be of course more people come to try the restaurant. This will be a lot of pressure, but I'm stay true to myself. We're not the most luxury or whatever restaurant in Asia, but we happen to be the first.
How does it feel having 2 restaurants in the top 5?
So it's again, I didn't expect that at all. last year is 2 in the top 10. I think that's pushing already. To be honest. So it's for me is shocking as well. But then I want to do something very different. And then if many of you or some of you have visited Ledu and Nusra, you know that it's completely 2 different restaurants. And for me to do that, and many people say, oh, it's not good that you have 2 restaurants for whatever reason, to compete with each other. But for me, it's something that I want to do it as a chef. I want to do it for the Thai cuisine. Ledu is a modern Thai cuisine that is, is something that I started 10 years ago with a lot of fun, a lot of, playfulness, and a lot of technique. And Nusra is something that I'm doing for my grandmom and my family as a memory of my grandma. And I want to showcase that in a way of the more traditional and more rooted to the Thai cuisine. And to do that just because I want to show that there's different angles to the Thai cuisine, not only the modern or the traditional. And for me, I just want to show that, we have the different sides of the Thai cuisine as well. And I hope, some people come and they like the Ledu, they like Nusra, or they hate this, they like those, that is something very personal. But at least at the end, they will like some of them, and then they will love Thai cuisine. So that's my point.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations. And
Thank you.
Just wondering what, we asked about how it might impact your business, but do you have any plans for, going out and doing more things, or any plans for expansion in the region, globally, anything like that?
For now, we don't have any plan for Ledu. Like I said, because we might start plan now. But yes, for now we still the same location and everything for Ledu. Yes.
First of all, congratulations. Really good.
Thank you.
You are making some changes though. You told me that Nusra is you're making some improvements and some changes in the next couple of months, right?
For Nusra, yes. For Nusra, we might just move a few doors away. So we have a renovation and move to a slightly bigger space, and that is the plan for Nusra in the next few months.
And anything else new either in Bangkok or
For me now it's still okay. I'm like I think I'm very like a handful. I try to manage it and keep everyone updated if they have any new project.
Christian?
Maybe more of a question for you, William. As someone who lived in Hong Kong for many years, I noticed that all the restaurants there fell in the list. But that is also understandable, I guess, given the restrictions. Can you talk a little bit about that and how perhaps the opening of the countries and the staggered opening at different times last year may have affected the overall picture?
Of course, yeah. I think the ranking that we produce every year is a reflection of the reality of the dining scene. So, for whatever, very complicated reasons way beyond our control, different countries and territories opened at different times and had different travel restrictions, and inevitably that will affect the list because the amount of people that had access to certain restaurants in, let's say, Hong Kong or mainland China or Macau was less than it would have been. The list is an annual snapshot of gastronomy across Asia, and that has unfortunately been affected by the pandemic inevitably. We really hope that by 2024, none of that there's no hangover. There's a kind of still a hangover, but hopefully we're getting out of that now. And by next year, it's a more level playing field in that regard. We're honest and transparent about that. We can only reflect what is going on in the restaurant world and in the world as a whole. So I guess. Any further questions, Victoria?
There seems to be a move in Asia looking at traditional cuisines and then bringing a modern touch to it, not just Thai food, which you're one of the front runners of that, but across Asia. What do you think is driving that?
What driving that, right?
Yes.
So I think, because like I said, maybe 10, 15 years ago, the Thai, not the Thai, the Asian cuisine in general, people look at it, not even people from outside, but people from inside as well, as an Asian. We grow up with, eating the home cooked food, the street food, and, hawker store and everything. And I think we get used to that. And there's nothing wrong about that, It just, of course, it's still good for me. It's still good to go out and eat the street food every day. It's still my favorite. But then it's just the direction of to take the, the Asian cuisine to the higher position, I would say, like whatever in European, in French, in the US they're doing. And I think Asian as a whole catching up on that, in the past 10 years, and which I think is a good thing in terms of course, everyone, the heritage of the Asian country and cuisine as well, and also inspire many, new generation to cook their own cuisine as well. It would be too sad if, everyone, all the Asian chef want to train in only the European restaurant. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Of course, some of them, they want to explore many possibilities. I mean, I train, in EMP, the modern as well. So, but I think it gives the opportunities for the newer generation chef to have, a good training and many doors open. And hopefully, this 10 years, we open many doors to the Asian chef. That we as a whole, communities, make them know that it's possible that the Asian cuisine and Asian chef can stand among the top of the world.
Any final questions? Yes.
Yeah, Chef, I am one of the person who is impressed by the Thai kitchen heritage thanks to you and thanks to
Yes.
So what do you think the essence of Thai kitchen is that you think?
I think Thai cuisine is very unique, and I hope everyone in this room love the Thai cuisine in some sense. And the Thai cuisine have a lot of fresh herb and spices, and at the same time you have with the cuisine that we have. For me, I personally think we have every flavor you know, in Thailand and Thai cuisine, you taste, you have the spiciness, but still have the sweetness, saltiness, sourness, sometimes bitterness as well. And I think that combination make the Thai cuisine so lovable, you know, from the street food and everything to the fine dining. And I think is that the uniqueness of the Thai cuisine.
Finally, any message for your fellow chefs and also aspiring chefs?
So, you know, all the chefs is, you know, many of them and most of them is, you know, my friends, my brother and sister, you know, thank you, you know, so much for allowing me to be a part of these communities and allowing me to be your friends. And, you know, I'm so proud to stand among all of you in the past 7 years, 10 years. So, you know, we still have a lot to do and a lot to cook and a lot for party. So.
Thank you so much, Chef
you.
Ton. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Perfect. Now we can all go and have a drink. You can come.